So Marcus, Superbooth, and not only from Ploytec, but you have a DX-1, which is a thing of beauty here. So tell me what this is doing in your setup.
Yeah, we like it. It's our master keyboard, and we modified the DX-1 to do polyphonic aftertouch over Midi. So it's possibly the only one modified to do this. And it's very handy for our demonstration because we can use polyphonic aftertouch. Which is very beautiful. Once you have it at home, you will never let it go. But it's hard to get, I admit.
But we're not listening to the DX there, are we? We're listening to your...
It's the
PL
Squared.
Pi L Squared. These guys, and you've got a big pile of them. Is this one voice per each one, or how's it working?
Yeah, actually, it's doing 2 voices. It has 2 oscillators, which can be used monophonic in an octaved or detuned way, but also duophonic. And with the latest firmware version 2.5, it's possible to assign the PL Squareds to only respond on the notes they are supposed to respond. So all the units are getting the same signal via a Midi through box, which is actually an ESI M8U-EX, an upcoming USB MIDI interface with 16 bidirectional ports. We're using standalone here. And
so we should just say the Ploytec is a bus-powered MIDI synthesizer that comes in a little tiny box that you just plug MIDI in and you have audio out, right?
Yes, exactly. So we did a split zone, so on the bass we use 2 PL Squareds. One is doing the even numbers, one is doing the odd numbers. On the other side we have 8 PL Squareds, so we talk to the first, second, third, and now we lost the connection. Sorry for that. Just give me a minute. 1 is gone.
I guess that's the problem. There we go, something's going on there.
Sorry for that. It only happens when you don't want it to happen.
No, that's all right. So perhaps this wouldn't be for a mission critical live performance setup, right?
Okay.
There we go. So yeah, so you got the splits here, and these voices are all coming from the Ploytecs, right?
Yeah. So we, on the right side of the split zone, we talk to the first, second, third, fourth, and so on. And here it repeats going to the first one. And we use a software editor to program the synths to respond only on those
So how do you
notes.
program them? Do they just work from system exclusive program?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
So it's 6 seconds of system exclusive, puts the new firmware in. And on putting the firmware in, you set all the split and polyphonic zones and so on.
So have you got it set up so that if you change parameters, it changes voices within each one as well? Wow,
So
I've got to see that. You did mention that there was something in the bass end.
Yeah.
All right, so that's more of a sort of organ type tone, right?
Yeah, we have different presets we can use here. So here's a fancy one. Here's an organ. Here's the synth.
That sounds like all the envelopes and stuff are synced. How is that working then?
Yeah, actually, there's an envelope generator.
Okay.
All what you see on the picture is available on MIDI controllers. The MIDI controllers are fully assignable, so we can match the synth to whatever gear you want to use. And we use program change to access presets, also user presets. The unit can memorize what you did last, bring it back to you anytime. And if you use the computer editor, you can also exchange the firmware. So here's a PL Squared we put a speech firmware into.
Okay.
So now it can talk to us. I can flip the play mode, so I can select the allophones here.
Okay.
And this is fully compatible to the SPO256, an old speech chip from the 80s.
Ah, okay, so these are digital synths, right? They're just little digital
Yeah, we have an analog pulse wave, and then we use a filter model that does all the performance. Here's another one. It's also firmware. We call it a resonator. It's very good for bass sounds.
Good Lord.
And it sounds really analog compared to the normal bass sound, which is more like this.
But it's got a good bit of thing. So how much is one of these little bad boys then?
So the synths are available for 77 euros, and there's a USB version. It's the white one. It's even cheaper. That one's only 66. And now we have a special offer. If you order more than one, you get a growing discount. So if you want to do a polyphonic setup as we did, we support you on that too.
And also all of the MIDI management, it happens inside each unit, or are
yeah.
you? Ah, okay. So you're not using any other patching. Right,
no,
okay.
they are getting the same MIDI signal, and then each synth is programmed to know what to do with it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.